right, everybody, we're back. My next guest tonight can be seen tomorrow night on Comedy Central on the repeat of this very program. Some say he's finally made it. Please welcome one of my favorite funny people, Andy Blitz.
Thanks. Listen up. I got something to say. I love the subway. I love riding the subway. And my favorite train, if you're wondering, is the #1 train. Yes, the best. It's #1. Because it stops on 14th Street, and then it stops again on 18th Street. I can take that train to go 4 blocks. And if you're not from here, that's like a foot. 4 blocks is like. And that's a great train for people who hate moving their bodies without help, like me. I love it, but it takes a long time. It can be really slow, but that's okay because there's a local train and there's an express train tambien. So I'm serious. It's like it makes every few stops and it's right across the platform. And I was on a local train, the #1, and it was taking too long. And I was just like, oh, this is a nightmare. And then I hate this train. I hate the #1 train. And then luckily, I saw an express train across the platform, and the doors were closing, and I grabbed them. I'm like, wait, open, and they did, and I ran, and I got in the express train, and I rocketed uptown so fast, but then I realized the express train wasn't stopping where I wanted to go. So I'm like, I have to get out before Toronto, you know? So I'm like, all right, so I got out, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait for another local train, and then I'm just going to take that the next couple stops to where I want to go. And another local train came, and I got on it. And when I got on the train, though, everyone looked familiar. And I realized that I had gotten back onto the same train that I had just gotten off of. And everyone was still there, and they all remembered me. And they were just like, what? Why did you just freak out and run off this train, and then 5 minutes later just run back on, you know? And what made it really uncomfortable is that before I had left the local train the first time, I had taunted everybody. And I was like, have fun on 28th Street, losers. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. So how about Saddam Hussein? Boo. Yeah. They found there's another tape from him, and the CIA is going crazy trying to figure out if he's alive or dead. And it's just so simple for me. Every time I hear them talking about is Saddam Hussein alive or dead, I'm just like, I don't even care because he is dead to me. Seriously. Yeah. Yes. After what he did, I don't want to talk to him anymore. If he calls, I'm not answering. I'm sorry. Like, no. I'm done. But terrorism is very scary, and I'm worried, like, what if the worst terrorist in the world, the most crazy suicidal terrorist, says, I'm gonna get you, Blitz. And he's like, I got an idea. And he starts digging a hole to the middle of the earth, and he puts all the bombs he has in the middle of the earth, and he blows up the earth like the Death Star, you know? And it'll be terrible, like, there'll be all the core and the mantle will all spill out, and each one of us will be on our own little piece of terror shot into space. And and there won't be enough gravity, and we won't be able to hold an atmosphere, and I won't be able to breathe, and I'll pass out, you know? Where I hate passing out, you know? But then I think maybe like I'll come to and find that somehow, incredibly, they were still able to deliver a New York Post to my little rock, and it will still have a headline that is inappropriately cute for the situation. It'll just be like, Core Blam, with like a picture of, I'll be like, what? Get over it, folks. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Conan, thank you.
Pat, pat.
Andy Blitz, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. That was hilarious.
Born under bedside. I've been down since I began to crawl.
All right, that's our show. Do want to thank all my guests. Andy Blitz, I didn't lie. He's always funny. You're a great man, Andy Blitz. A great man. That kid's going places. Big thanks to Steve Zahn for being here. Big thanks to Jim Belushi for being here. Got Jimmy Marino and the Max Weinberg 7th taking for last call with Carson Day. Goodbye, everybody. New Hampshire proudly boasts many other wonderful sights to enjoy and explore. There is, of course, I'm going to list just a few. The pile of rocks that used to be the old man of the mountain, right there. You can go look at that anytime you want to. It's available. Admission, $9. Then there's the small boulder that sort of looks like this larger boulder right here. People are already lining up to look at that. There's the famous area of trees that sort of looks like Jamie Farr right there, if you look very carefully. Beloved Klinger from MASH. And finally, everyone's favorite New Hampshire landmark, the sign announcing you are now entering Massachusetts.